Yeah.
Chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. On the return, here's Hall. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout.
Here we go.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
Mostert. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They go play action with Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running the counter with Mostert. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Lance. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down right around the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's a run with Mixon. And this time he is in. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
From the shotgun on third down. Lance. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cardinal Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Yeah, you see.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position.
I should change my play.
When that drive started, they had 6 points.
We'll
that
take
they were
it.
thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and do this with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Come on, good stuff.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Let's get them leads.
There's a little bit of the good.
Let's get them leads.
Because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Lance going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
Somebody grab him.
Because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
They can try to hold him to 3. I'll be all right.
I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
What's that?
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
Oh, I feel. Get him.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
First couple of hit stick fails, I had to go
yards rushing for him in
to the
this
safe.
one. He is drawing ever closer.
I'm just diving all over the field. I ain't touching nothing.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a play fake. Lance.
Come on.
To go here.
Come on, get up. Oh, my.
Alert 49 are able to gain possession.
Really,
so they will
man.
hold
You
on to
going
the
to really hold on to the quarterback like
that.
that. Now, come on, man.
Lost the football,
Come
lost a lot
on,
of
man.
yardage, but I think the good news
Oh,
outweighs
my
it.
God,
Able to retain
man.
possession. That was big for them.
Oh, my God, man.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Complete to the tight end. Kittle over the middle of the field. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Touchdown!
Good one. I saw him when he ran. I waited too late to respond.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The return man, Ty Johnson.
He didn't even turn the right way.
Teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I said, let me use one of them as a decoy, and the other one I'm going to throw it to him. Come on, Foster. Good catch.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Regardless, we need to get close. Regardless.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right.
Get that Burrow, get there.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production.
And they've got production from their lead horse. Margin, too.
Now here's 2nd and 7. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Oh, you got that.
That's going to be intercepted.
You got
Picked
there.
off near the 32. That is just what this defense was hoping for.
That's the only why I threw it. He was so open.
This third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And able to get this one across the 45. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I saw enough of it. I'm finna do something. Matter of fact. Nah, man, I done got upset with that.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lance now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. Because he the only one been killing us.
Getting this inside the 25.
I knew that would come.
A very solid gain of 27.
That was good.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10 is Mostert. Fights him off. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Timeout.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
Holding.
Across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Goal to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Probably if I mess up this time, it will.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
But I don't plan on messing up again.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Oh, my. Come back. Oh, I missed the whole.
He used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release. Pass.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So the single caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, defense coordinator.
Second and 9.
Great, no push.
Once again, it's Mostert. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Shotgun now for Lance.
Come here.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
That's a good start.
Johnson to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
I already know you did.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was a great blitz. I gotta get to it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It got his man complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Spectacular kids on light 95.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Charles, you'd say the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
200-yard rushing game to
now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go, yeah. We need one more turnover.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a give to Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. The defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.